Okay, we are live.
Hey,
Hey.
this is exciting. We're getting ready to talk about our first inaugural event over in the United States.
This is exciting. I am excited to get into this and give the people the details.
You
Dive
know what's
into
really
this.
you know what's really funny is you and I have the same last name.
I know. It's hilarious.
How does that work?
That's fantastic.
So I think I probably should just jump in and introduce myself so that we can get started and we can share everything we need to share about our upcoming event. I am Colleen Showalter. I am the co-founder and CEO of Portugal the Place. My husband Clyde and I started the business to help people with the relocation process to Portugal. We both have a deep background in the tourism and travel industry and event project planning. So for us, this has been a labor of love and something we're doing because not only is this something we love to do, but we also went through the process as expats and moved to Portugal and really went through a whole process to make everything happen. And we didn't want other people to go through what we did. Hey, Joel, hello. I see we have Joel. He's Texas too. So excited. Thank you for being here. So again, I'm Colleen, and my husband Clyde and I started the business. And the reason that both of us on the screen have the same last name is because my lovely and beautiful, fabulous daughter Fiona is our director of marketing and social media, and Raymond, hey,
Hello.
and so Fiona is here because she's also going to be going to Austin, and we thought we would just talk about everything we're going to be doing.
Yes, and we're very excited to be here answering your questions and just giving some more information about this exciting event that we're putting on in Austin, Texas. It's our first time bringing Portugal the Place to the States, and we are excited.
Absolutely. We are looking forward to doing something different. In fact, our goal on this event is to create a little bit of what you'll experience when you come to Portugal in Texas. And so the way we're going to do that is shake it up. This is not a timeshare presentation. This isn't a classroom where you have to sit and listen to a sales pitch. We want to bring who we are, how it works, and a taste of Portugal to you so that if you're in varying degrees of the process of considering moving, you'll have an opportunity to really get a taste of it, feel it, talk about the ins and outs, and really understand the pros and cons, because everything to do with a big change can always be stressful, and there's going to be positives and negatives. So we want to make sure we keep it real and myth bust, right, Fiona?
Exactly. Debunk any myths and answer all the questions. That's one of the
Yes.
biggest goals of this event.
Yes, you can buy peanut butter in Portugal. It's totally a thing. It is totally a thing. So it looks like Joel and Raymond are here. What is exciting about that too is we do have a lot of clients that hail from Texas, and I'm so thrilled to see people here that are helping us get the word out and letting people know that we're bringing Portugal to Austin. So thank you so much. Hello. I wish I could see you, but we'll
Welcome.
see.
Right?
It's awesome. So Fiona, what are some of the things that we should expect at the event?
Well, starting off with, we are going to first of all have little treats and bites of Portugal just to make you feel like you are in Portugal. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have just some fun little nibbles to get you excited about Portugal. We are also going to be bringing over some I want to say it's just some treats and stuff to make you some textiles, some cork to really get you feeling like you're in the Portugal type of vibe. We are also partnering with Serenity, and they will be in person talking about all things healthcare. We have an amazing individual, Alex, coming from Costas and Properties. He will be answering all your real estate questions. We have a lot of amazing sponsors for this event that are going to provide us with some fun little things to hand out to all our attendees. We are really excited for this event. It's new, it's fun, it's something that we've had in the works for a while. So getting this out to the public is really, really exciting.
Well, speaking of sponsors, it's really important that we give a shout out because we couldn't do this event without the support of the people that we work closest with. So we have Serenity as a presenting sponsor. It's going to be awesome. All those healthcare questions, all those concerns for children, for moving with aging parents, everything in between, you're going to be able to ask. It's a very open format. This is as open as we can make it. Short presentations with a lot of time for Q&A. So come loaded with your questions, especially when you want to dive into some of those things that might feel overwhelming, like the healthcare process. How does it work? What do you need to know? We also have sponsors, Alex with Casas and Properties, who's sponsoring, and he is going to be there to answer real estate questions in detail. What if you want a new build? What if you want to do a ruin remodel? What if Under the Tuscan Sun is like your dream experience? Should that be something we do? Should we not do that? So we've got a real estate expert that's been working with hundreds of international clients that is right in the thick of it all the time that can answer those questions. And then Atlantic Bridge, who is a fantastic immigration firm that can get all of your questions answered and support you in the process of visas and immigration questions, navigating all of the different kind of legal pieces of moving. If you need a consultation, if you need someone to assist you and help you understand the process, they're fantastic. They're sponsoring, and we've got the team that's available to answer questions. And of course, we don't want to forget Borders, because Borders is awesome. If you want to open your NEEF in your bank account, they're going to be there too to talk about why that's important, how it works, really just keeping you all up to date with information. So our sponsors are people that we work with. We've used all of their services, and these are friends and folks that we depend on and trust. So really excited to have them join.
Big shout out to the sponsors, because they have really helped us make this happen. And we couldn't be more excited to have these professionals that we work with daily sponsoring this event.
How do you buy tickets, Fiona? You want to walk us through the process, how the times, how the setup, everything?
Yes. So on the screen, we have a banner rolling. It is our events for Portugal the Place page. On there, you are actually able to see all the events that Portugal the Place puts on, including webinars. And of course, this very one, A Taste of Portugal. We have 2 different time slots for the event. We have a 1 to 4 option, and we have a 6 to 9 option as well. On the events page, you have a choice, a banner that you can click which time you want. You can purchase 1 ticket for $50, or if you have a friend or a couple that you're bringing, it's 2 for $75. You will receive an email with the ticket information, and you'll receive a QR code in the email that we will scan at the door to check you in.
So it's perfect. And so what if somebody is thinking that they want to use one of our services at Portugal the Place? How does the ticket work then?
Well, it's great, because if you come to this event and you pursue services with Portugal the Place, the ticket price applies to your final balance of services. Perfect. So if you come to this event and you sign up for Portugal the Place, it's basically a win.
It's a free event, free food then. All the pastel de nata that you want. So it's definitely great. The other thing that we really want to stress is with our services and with the team that we have, we love working individually with people, getting to know them, having an opportunity to understand what your goal is in life when you come to Portugal. And it's not always just about the first weeks or months. It's really understanding what your long-term goal is. What is your life going to be like a year after you arrive? When all the excitement is done and you're at that moment where you're like, okay, now I live in Portugal. How does that work? We want to really help you focus in and make sure that you're guiding yourself to what you really want for long term. And so this event is designed to give you that same kind of one-on-one opportunity so that you can ask the questions. We can talk about things. We can sit and talk face-to-face in detail. We'll have time at the end to have personal conversations. And then if you're more of the shy type, maybe the person that doesn't want to engage like that, we're going to have a lot of material, a lot of information that you can take away and also find on the website. And then we'll have post information as well. So we're really trying to make sure that you're informed, because at the end of the day, we're not here to sell you on moving to Portugal. We're here to help you understand what it takes to move to Portugal. And that means you need real information and you need to be prepared.
Absolutely. And we want you to ask any questions that you have. No question is silly. No question is too big or too small. This is really an event geared towards answering those questions, talking to people in person, putting faces to names, and having an intimate connection with the people that have done what you've wanting to do, moving to Portugal, and also the professionals working in Portugal that have worked with a lot of people in your same shoes.
So speaking of that, we have someone coming that actually is from Austin. Can we talk a little bit about how cool that is?
Yes, absolutely. Janet Zaretsky will be joining us in Austin, Texas. Another big shout out to her as well. She is going to be coming as a guest speaker. She is amazing. She is truly just someone that is just so phenomenal. I
But
could go
why?
on
Tell us
about
why.
Janet.
'Cause now we've just, if she's watching, her head has just gotten this big. So why is Janet? Why is Janet
Well,
someone that
Janet is from Austin. She is just she's from Austin. She is has family in Austin. She's very connected with the community. She's helped us get this word out to friends and family in Austin, and I mean, I just
so Janet's also a client to Portugal the
yes, exactly. She's going to be coming as kind of like a what would you say, like a VIP type of. She's gone through the process. She
Yeah.
worked with us from beginning to end. She scouted with us. She found her home with Colleen. She has really been through the entire process, and now that she's been here for how long has she been here?
But she moved in January, so
So it's
she's
coming up on about a year.
yeah.
About a year. She went through it all with Portugal the Place, and I think having her at the event is really valuable because she's able to talk to the attendees in a position that she was in before, especially coming from Austin.
Absolutely. So if there's anyone that's watching that has any questions or anything about the event or what to expect, please feel free to drop those comments in because we're happy to answer those questions. Our goal is to really just be available. So for everyone that signs up for the event, you're going to receive a form where we're going to be asking questions about, hey, where are you at in your journey? What's the process for you? What would you like to know? So that when you arrive at the event, we're really hoping to be able to tailor it to the people that are attending. So it's going to be as interactive as possible. And we're really trying to prepare the information in a way that makes sense and that we deliver what you're looking for. So it's really about the people attending and getting them the information.
Absolutely.
So Fiona, this is your first visit to Texas and Austin, right?
My first visit to Texas, and I'm very excited. I'm really looking forward to this event. I'm excited to go to Austin. It's just overall exciting. It's very. You been to Texas? You have
Oh,
been.
yes, many times. I lived in Texas for a little while. So, yes, so I didn't live in a beautiful place like Austin. I may have lived in other cities that may or may not. I don't want to offend anyone that's from Texas right now. So, I'm not going to say where else I lived. They're not garden spots like Austin. So, I'm excited. I've worked in Austin and I've had a lot of experiences there that were just great. The phenomenal food, the music. I'm really looking forward to the Portuguese folks that we're bringing over because they've never been to Texas and a couple have never been to the US. So barbecue is definitely up. So Fiona, I see that we have a question. Didn't get the QR code.
Yes, so the QR code was just recently sent out. We were going to be sending an email to all the people that bought a ticket who got in early before the event page was put up. We will be getting that QR code to you, so not a worry at all. Your name is already in a list with the time, and have you set there, but we will get you that QR code very soon.
Perfect. Thanks for letting us know because that's definitely been a process. So when they check in and when we have our event happening, the whole idea is that we have two times to choose from. So we did the afternoon at 1:00 and we have the 6:00 as well. So that's something that we also want to we want to make sure people know that we have the choices. So if you can't make it during the day, we definitely scheduled the second event in the same location at 6:00. So we could just make sure those that are working or have commitments during the day can have an option for sure.
Absolutely. And the venue that we are doing this event at is Moon Tower Cider Bar. It's a very cool kind of vibe. We're excited to be putting this on there because it matches the energy that we were trying to have at this event. It's a smaller venue, so it's very personal. You'll be able to ask everybody that's there questions and kind of foster relationships with new people that may be interested in moving to Portugal as well.
And it's important to note that one of the things that we're really hoping to accomplish is to be able to give you the real information that you need and kind of cut through the noise. There's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of comments that happen out on social media, there's a lot of headlines that can really feel intimidating or overwhelming. In fact, when we were looking at relocating to Portugal, one of the things that I was really concerned about was relocating with our dog. We happen to have, I don't know, a fairly large dog. He's about 125-pound, big, fluffy Newfie Doodle. And we wanted to have a great experience. And when I was going online and looking at all of the comments and the forums and all the groups, there just seemed to be a lot of information. I was thinking maybe even Portuguese people don't even like dogs, much less have
Yeah.
pets or anything. And then when I now live here and look at the way people embrace and are engaged and the amount of veterinarians and the stores and all the special everything, it's night and day to the impression I was getting online. So we really want to bring over our own lived experiences and really help cut through those concerns or validate them. So there are some things you definitely have to be aware of. So that's really one of our motivations, is to bring it over so you can meet people that are doing and have done what you're hoping to do.
Absolutely.
And Joel, definitely, you've got to meet Fiona before she comes over. And then we have to get tips on any kind of like shopping that we need to do in Austin, because we have like this much time to go and like stock up or grab things that we should take home. So absolutely. So Fiona, can we recap and just run through again? Let's just take it step by step. How do you get to the event? How do you book it? What's the process? Kind of take us through.
Absolutely. So on the screen, there is a rolling banner. This is our events page for Portugal the Place. On this page, you are actually able to see all of our events, including the webinars like this one. When you go onto the website, you will see A Taste for Portugal, November 2nd. When you click on that banner, you will be taken to the ticket time, so you can decide if you want to come from 1 to 4, 6 to 9, or even if you wanted to come to both. After you purchase your ticket, you'll put in your information, and in your email, you will receive a QR code. And when you come to the event, we will scan that QR code, get you checked in, and hand you a pastel de nata and a nice little drink, and get started on talking on all things Portugal.
Absolutely. So we will be covering more than just healthcare, real estate, and basically like the basics of moving. One of the big things we want to talk about is location. One thing that really kind of surprises me is how many people drop into the social media groups and say, I want to move to Portugal. Where should I move? And I'm always like, wow, that is such a personal decision. That is so dependent on your lifestyle and your budget and your interests and your health and all of those things. So location picking is probably one of the most interesting conversations we can have. And one of the things I love to work with clients on the most, because you really need to get to know the person and understand what's motivating them and what they want to accomplish. So we're absolutely, location is really important. Hi, Karen. Thank you so much for coming on. Yes. So NHR, I was just waiting for that question to pull up. Yes. So thank you so much. So NHR has been a big topic of conversation in the last 48 hours. We've had some interesting updates from the Prime Minister, but there is nothing done yet. It is really important to understand that right now, NHR is still here. It's still effective. There are elements in the government that still have to go through the process. The Parliament has to be involved. The President has the right to veto. Prime Minister made a statement but gave us no details. So yes, we're going to cover the NHR, and we're also going to cover the other options like the dual taxation treaty and how to make an 11-year plan. So it's really important to understand that there's a variety of ways to relocate to Portugal and to understand the financial implication. So that is part of our conversation. And I'm hoping by the end of October, 1st of November, I'll have more information.
Exactly.
If not, we're all going with the plan for the other plan. So that's our process. So, but absolutely. So yeah, NHR is a great question. That is a tax scheme that has been in effect in Portugal that allows people with certain types of income. This is really important. It is certain types of income, passive income, to be taxed at a 10% flat rate for 10 years. Not everybody qualifies. Not all income qualifies. It's definitely something you need to submit and look at. But it's a program that the Prime Minister announced 48 hours ago may be taken out by 2024. We don't even know what 2024 means yet. Is that January? Is it August? Like, we don't really know. But it has been an announcement that was made by the Prime Minister that they're going to discontinue the program. But we don't have any other details yet. But it's a tax scheme for investors and foreigners to be able to come in and live with certain income on a flat tax of 10%.
It got dark out fast, didn't it?
It did. It did. We're on the Silver Coast, and right now you're
sitting in a dark room.
You are. So those kind of conversations, how to prepare, all of that is definitely something that we're going to be covering, and we want to dig into and talk about. And we also have professionals that will be able to kind of guide you through those conversations at a deeper level if you need referrals, that type of thing. We have a Facebook user that says hi, but I don't know who you are. So hi. Joel, breakfast brisket tacos. Okay.
It's dinner time over here.
That just made me sad because now I just want them now. I love a taco. I haven't had a good taco in a while. That's the one thing for those of you that are looking to relocate from Texas. You have to be prepared. The whole Tex-Mex Mexican food experience will be very different. So make sure you stock up on your favorite hot sauces and barbecue sauces and all of that.
Sauces. He says it's a must-have.
Yes. I believe you because I don't think you would steer me wrong. So it sounds delicious. So this was just a quick summary. We wanted to make sure this is available. We're recording this so people can see what we're doing. But we'll talk about the topics that are going to be covered for sure is how to navigate the healthcare system, what it means to have a public healthcare system, and how the private insurance integrates with that. This is a nuanced specialty that is something that we're not as familiar with coming from the US, and it's going to be really important. And if you have those questions, this will be vital to helping you learn what to be prepared for. We're also going to be talking real estate. We're going to be talking mortgage processes. We're going to be talking new build versus existing build. What are some of the things to look for? What are the normal processes in Portugal that feel weird to Americans, but it's just the way it's done here. We really want to break it down so that it doesn't feel as intimidating, and you can make a decision on if you want to purchase or if rental is a better option for you. And we'll be talking through that. We're also going to be talking about the financial implications and looking at what you are going to be facing with things such as the tax system, how to get a good accountant, things to prepare for, how to make a budget, those type of things. We're also going to be talking about the basic process of doing this big journey, everything from moving your goods and services, selling everything you have, going through the process of like living out of suitcases and waiting in anticipation for your visa, what it's like to ship pets, what it's like to move with an elderly parent or getting kids into school, all of the variables that are going to come into this process. And we're also going to talk again, location, compare, contrast, answer those questions. So let's see. We have a question here on how did you get your big dog to Portugal?
I see she has a big dog in her profile picture.
Yes, you do. Oh my gosh, it looks kind of like Dutch.
It looks like Dutch.
So Dutch is a big, huge Newfie doodle. And what we ended up doing, because we moved during COVID, so we had very limited options, is we hired a pet relocation company. They handled door to door. They did all the vet paperwork. They did all the checks. They handled the shipping and processing, and then brought him to us in Portugal. So he had to go on a different plane. It was very, very stressful. It was the hardest part. I think it was easier to relocate Fiona than it was Dutch. I could tell her what was happening, but It was really great to have professional service that did the door to door with the vet and the crate and everything. Had to get a special crate. So that's definitely something, depending on the size and the length of your animal, you have to make sure that it complies to the size of the aircraft. So
you had to have your crate built, didn't you?
we did. He got a crate made like a circus crate. He had a big pine crate with the bars and the door that pulled up, and like the kind they put like tigers and lions in. And he was definitely, he had a custom crate made for him. So he
does.
yes, so because he's 6 feet long from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. So yeah, so he was big, but we can guide you through that process now that COVID is past. There's a lot more choices. There's a lot more equipment. There are private charters. There's the Queen Mary or the Queen QE2. I don't think the Queen Mary's going anywhere, but the QE2. There's a variety of ways people are moving their animals. I think Joel and Raymond have got a plethora of cats that are coming. Oh. So we have cats, dogs. Our largest shipment of animals that we assisted with was 10 parrots. That was a trip. So yeah. I don't know that I want to do 10 parrots again. That was stressful.
There's another chip on our belt.
What they talk cats. They talk back. Oh,
could you imagine?
Not the 6 cats. The 6 cats don't talk back, just the 10 parrots. So.
6 cats, 10 parrots, 8 guinea pigs.
And a dog. It's like it's crazy. But yes, we've even helped people relocate their horses. So we brought horses over from South Africa. So yeah, it's definitely all part of the process, and we hope to be able to answer those questions and let you know what's feasible and what are things that you might want to watch out for.
Absolutely. And if people can't attend the event, what is there anything that they can do? Any steps that they can take?
Absolutely. So we have a list. So if you can't attend the event and you've seen this and you're interested in learning more, we can absolutely assist you with the process of doing a virtual event. Basically, we can do a free call. We can get you all the information. We're going to have evergreen. We're going to record and have the information available post. And so, thank you, Raymond. We love you guys. You're going to be home soon. So we will be providing all the information post-event, and then we can schedule individual calls if you're unable to make it to Austin. So basically, just need to let us know you're interested, and we'll follow up with you and figure out what's best for your circumstances.
Perfect.
Yeah, you, Raymond and Joel are going to be here soon. I'm having a hard time not just focusing on them because they're like awesome, and they're going to be, they're coming around the corner very quickly. So anybody out there that is questions on anything we haven't covered, anything that we can bring up, certainly open to answering how it's going to work. But we're going to be wrapping up here in just a couple minutes. So just want to make sure everybody has their questions answered.
Absolutely. I think we covered most everything. Do you have anything?
No, I think the best thing is that, we want to get all the information we can into your hands. So if you're in the beginning of your journey and you're way at the start, and maybe Portugal hasn't even been for sure, perhaps you're trying to compare Portugal to Spain or Portugal to Italy or have some other combination, we really encourage you to take a look at what we're doing and come to the event and ask those questions. I see a question about Houston. So we have only set the Austin event. This is our inaugural event. We're bringing everyone over from Portugal. And if this event goes the way we're hoping and it is of value to people, then we're definitely going to be looking at other cities. But right now we just have Austin scheduled. So it's our first idea of bringing this experience to folks that are interested and giving you a chance to sit down with us all and talk face to face. So it's good for whatever part of the journey you're in, whether you're in the very early stages of considering relocating to Europe. And this is still like that dream. Like my husband and I always had the dream of moving to Europe. And Fiona knows that we actually used to joke around saying she was going to find our lifeless bodies floating in a boat in the canal in France. Because that's what we used to say, that we just wanted to end up floating somewhere in a canal in the south of France after having wine and cheese. And then we chose Portugal because we found so many advantages, and the culture was amazing, and there was just so many things we didn't expect. So depending on where you are in the journey, this is designed to be able to give you some information and tools to prepare as you go through a life-changing event.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. So, hi. Yes, we do have offices. Our office is in Alcobaça, which is in the center of the Silver Coast. I'm in my office right now. And we have a team of 16 people that are 8 of us are in the office in Alcobaça. And then we are spread across the country, and we would be happy to schedule a time with you. So absolutely. That's not a problem. And oh my gosh, the language question. That is a great question, John. So it is not necessary to know the language to live in Portugal. In fact, one of the challenges we have is I like to be immersed in Portuguese to learn, and it's really difficult because when they hear my very American accent, they quickly switch to English, and they're so generous with the language here that it's hard to say, I want to stay in the Portuguese mindset. Now, that being said, you definitely want to work. If you intend to get your citizenship here, that's part of the requirement of getting your citizenship. So this is definitely something that you want to factor in. But I wouldn't stress before you get here. Portuguese is really hard to learn without using it all the time. So taking some lessons, using some of the apps online, that's great. But until you're here and you're really immersed with the chance to talk to people all the time, it's tough, and it's not one of those. It's not one of those languages that flows off the tongue.
Absolutely.
But you can make it. My father moved to Portugal with us. He was 82 when he relocated here, and he struggled to pick up any basic words in Portuguese. But at the end of the day, he navigated on his own the pharmacy, the clinic. He managed to go to his favorite restaurant, Meat. He would go and order sandwiches, and he lived a fantastic life here with limited Portuguese. So I'm a firm believer that it is a country that welcomes you, and if you try, you're going to have a lot of success.
Absolutely. If you try, that's the most important part, because learning the language is very difficult. They are very open and honest about that. They say it's very hard, but when you try and you just put in a little bit of effort, it goes a long way. Even as little as saying bom dia and muito obrigada and bom fim de semana, have a good weekend. It means a lot to them, and they can see that you're trying.
Yes, they really appreciate that. So let's see. Hi, Anna. Looks like you're moving to Porto de Mas. Oh my gosh, fantastic city. You are. It's great. I love it there. There's nothing like all the outdoor.
We were just in Porto de Mas.
I know. We just had a client buy a house there, so
Yes,
it's fantastic, and I love the gateway to the national park. So thank you for the hello, and we love our team. We are an energetic group of people. We are half American, Canadian, North American, and half Portuguese. So you have both viewpoints, and we have our translation services and also the cultural translation. So we really love bringing both points of view to your service. And then I see a Facebook user here asked, how long before moving should a person get the NIF and a fiscal agent? So for your NIF, you can get that. You definitely need it for your visa appointment. If you intend to get a visa, this is one of the very first things you need, because to do your bank account, you need it. Everything that is step-by-step post that, getting a lease or buying a property, the NIF is the very first thing you want to do. So you want to backtrack from when you want to move to Portugal. And it's a good idea, at least 6 months before the date that you want to be in Portugal, is start the process. And for example, we work with Borders. They're a partner of ours, and they can do the whole process online. You can get your NIF, you can get your bank account, everything's set up online, and it's really reasonable and very quick. And they're your fiscal representative, and they'll take care of all of that for you. So, but 6 months is a good rule of thumb. You can do it as early as you'd like, but you don't want to wait too late. You want to have that in place while you do everything else. So we are coming up on the time that we're wrapping up. We are going to have this information out available. How, Fiona, is this going to go into, is it going to be saved and recorded?
Yes, absolutely. This is streaming to multiple of our platforms. So it'll be available on our Facebook. It'll be available on our YouTube. And this link will be shared out as well. So you'll have direct access to this entire webinar.
Absolutely. And if you are coming to the event, welcome. We can't wait to meet you. Both Fiona and I are going to be there, and we're so excited to talk with you face to face. And if you're considering it or you know somebody that's interested, please share the event information and help us get the word out in Austin, because we're really excited. And thank you again. Bye, you guys. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
you guys.
I hope we get to see you all in Austin. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us all. Oh,
Oh.
We got questions. Oh no.
Real quick, living, working outside the box. We don't know yet. We don't know the answer to that. We're still working on that. So I appreciate the NHR question. This is data that they haven't revealed yet. So we are hopeful that that will be a consideration, but this is still new territory for everyone. So I know you just jumped on, and earlier we were talking about the fact that this possibly could end up being, this possibly could end up being not happen at all, happen in a different version. We're not clear. We've been working with our experts, our attorneys, and our immigration experts, and we're all in a wait and see. So at this point, I'm hoping by the time the event happens at the end of the month, we're going to have a lot more clarity on that. But stay tuned. I'm sure we're going to get more information in the next couple of weeks. So hi, Diane. It's good to see you. All right, we are going to wrap up. Thank you so much, everyone,
for attending.
And, hopefully we'll see you in Austin.
Hopefully we'll see you in Austin.
Bye.